Okay, guys, so right before the video starts, a slight disclaimer. This video actually was recorded before the Zimbabwe Sri Lanka match, so we don't know what happened yet. So just keep that in mind before you guys come on us in the comments and start arguing. We didn't know at that point because the match wasn't over yet. So just keep that in mind and watch the video. And that's all. Enjoy the video now. Hello, guys. We're done with the group stages finally. 4 on 4. We've done a good trip. We're going to stay back at Ahmedabad now for our next match against South Africa. But I think this was maybe our second toughest match which we had in this group stage, to be honest. I mean, yeah, we only won by 17 runs, but we were having the upper hand regardless. Like, there was no point that I was feeling like, oh, we're going to lose or anything like that. But before we get started, I want you to introduce yourself. Kshitij?
Yeah, I know. I hadn't revealed my name in long, but there's no point in hiding it now. So I'm Shitij, a good friend of Srihan's. We went to school together,
Yes.
and we've been good friends since then. And yeah, let's get back to the topic.
Let's get back to the
Uh,
top. I didn't ask him to tell all
let,
this backstory, guys. I told just reveal your name. Simple. It's been too long. Okay, he started telling her. Wait, light,
and
regardless.
and yeah, let's get back on
Let's
it.
get back on it.
When the game started, honestly, if you look at the first innings, I'm so disappointed with Abhishek Sharma. There's no excuse. There is no excuse for having three ducks, not a single run in this World Cup. Not a single run. It's like people have caught his weakness and bro is not working on it. He has to take this seriously. I know it takes a hit on someone's confidence, but at times like this is when you, with a cool head, tap around, take a single, get your score going, take some time in the crease, and then play a natural game. There's some times where you have to adjust when you're not getting runs, especially in a stage like World Cup. These are what you have to do. Learn from people. Like everybody's gone through a rough patch. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, even the great Sachin Tendulkar. That's what they did. Went in, soaked in some time in the crease, even in the shortest formats. Get some time out then, and then unleash. Start playing your natural game. That's how cricket is. You need to keep adjusting. Right? Ishan Kishan was just unlucky. He was looking good touch and then it dragged on. It was a dream power play spell for Aryan Dutt. But yeah, other than that, it was usual one man hitting the bulk of hitting that 50 rest all, chipping in with 30s. It This time it was Shivam Dube's day out. He was splendid with the bat and the ball as well. But look at his when you look at his batting innings, he wasn't really accelerating at first because he knew wickets were falling. He thought they'll him and Surya Kumar Yadav let them stitch a partnership first and then unleash, and that's exactly what they did. They played their shots when the loose ball came, stitched a small partnership, and then unleashed. Surya Kumar Yadav, yes, one drop catch, but didn't capitalize and make a big score with a vital contribution of 30 in a game like this. But Shivam Dubey was the one who actually unleashed with Hardik Pandya in the end. Hardik Pandya also took about 4 or 5 balls to get in and then unleashed. Rinku Singh coming in, adding the finishing touch of that six and putting the score in 193. To be honest, where at the start of the innings, it didn't even look like that. It looked like 140, 150 max. India and Netherlands is going to give a good fight for it. But that last, maybe the last 4 overs, the acceleration from both Shivam Dubey and Hardik Pandya and that finishing touch by Rinku Singh did take us over that 190 mark. When you see the bowling performance of Netherlands, it was Aryan Dutt who had his playing time with the ball, especially because of that power play spell. And those were not two small wickets; that was the world number one T20 batsman and the man in form, Ishan Kishan. So that is about that. And Logan Van Beek pick up 3 wickets even after being so expensive. Uh, when you look at the bowling side of it, again, Varun Chakravarti has picked up a wicket in every match. He's been exceptional. There's a reason that why he's holding that world number one T20 bowler spot, and someone's living up to the name of holding that ranking. Unlike someone else who hasn't been able to score a run in this tournament. But yeah, uh, He's been bowling exceptionally, picked up 3 wickets and gave only 14 runs in 3 overs. Uh, Again, Shivam Dube, boy, he was literally having his day out with those He picked up 2 wickets as well and gave. He was a slightly expensive, 35 in 3 overs, but you picked up 2 wickets as well, and the game was on our hands. Jasprit Bumrah, our lethal pace bowler, he pitches in with 1 wicket, and that's what we need. Honestly, this game, what satisfied me more was that the middle order pitched in this time. You could see that it was the middle order that actually piled on runs when the top order didn't really click. Both the openers failed. Tilak Verma was finding it difficult. He did pitch in with a 30, but it was at a very slow rate. Uh, it was the middle order that made the difference for us, and I'm happy that was the case. So that was one of the positives that you look. And they did give chance to Washington Sundar in this game, who came in, was gave 9 runs per over, didn't pick up a wicket, but yeah, that's slightly expensive, I would say. But one game in the belt, when you know it is a dead rubber, you're already made it to the Super 8. You know who you're going to play in the Super 8 as well. Before this match, they knew that who's going to come anyways. Since the Zimbabwe game was washed out, Zimbabwe make it through, and that is one shy of relief for us. I'll get back to it later about how our Super 8 looks like and what it means to us. But when it comes to this game, yeah, it was an all-round performance. I just hope that Abhishek Sharma gets some runs under his belt, because you need someone who's as good as Abhishek Sharma. No taking away anything from him, to perform in the biggest stage. And I would just pray and hope that he gets some runs under his belt, because once he does, I know he'll get going throughout the tournament. That is definitely not going to be an issue. That's all from my side. Srihan, what about you?
Okay, I think that is one of the biggest elephants in the room, which is Abhishek Sharma's form. And I've been a day one supporter of Abhishek, even when he used to come in as middle order for Delhi and like later on for Hyderabad. I could always see that he had that explosiveness in him. Yes, he's had three ducks in a row, but people obviously tend to forget that when we are obviously like this is just how the saying goes. You can't praise while they're in their while they're really good, and when they're suddenly having a slight downfall or a certain like bad patch, you can't just start criticizing them. They've also done really good in the past. Take some of that credibility as well. And guys, I'm not sure if we remember, but a lot of greats in T20 World Cups have failed in the first couple of matches in the group stage. It's completely fine. Last time, I'm not trying to compare like the level, but Kohli only had 5 runs in the group stage before the Super 8 as well. I'm not saying Abhishek is on the level of Kohli, but we saw how Kohli showed up when it mattered. So like no one really talks about how Kohli was in bad form during the World Cup. Why? Because we won the thing. And I think that's one of the positives that I would personally say. Because I remember before this T20 World Cup, I think one match. I think when we were talking about the New Zealand game, we were like, realistically speaking, except Abhishek, who is really doing the heavy work. I mean, until like Ishan really came into the playing 11, that is, we really didn't see too much like a second fiddle being played, which is as good. Like if Abhishek's hitting at 80, I would expect at least someone else to hit 40 or 50, right? No one else is doing that. I think we should be glad that that's happening at least to a certain degree, and I can completely trust Abhishek because the players don't reach this level of greatness without having a couple of bad patches, guys. It is what it is. I can. I'm telling you right now, he's gonna have a really essential knock in one of these Super 8 matches, and that day again, people will say, "Oh, wow, 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 he's such a good player. That's how you make a comeback." How many times have we not seen this before? Even in the IPL, when he was not in good form, one match suddenly hits 140, he pulls out the paper, and then everyone goes crazy. Odisha, Punjab, I mean, this is basic stuff which keeps happening in Indian cricket, and not just Indian cricket, but anywhere across the globe, and especially in this format, I can say. But nothing to panic about. Obviously, there's some issues you should not. I mean, today's ball, I think he just completely. He did. I don't know what happened. Like today, for the first time, it felt weird to see him get bowled for a duck. He's gotten bowled after hitting a lot of runs. That and all is different. Either he's getting caught or
That's exactly what frustrated me. It's not that his three ducks is what is him not getting any run is what is pissing me off. What is pissing me off is how he's given away his wicket. I understand when there's bad form. See, I was a huge Virat Kohli fan, and in that World Cup when he was not getting runs, I was literally praying he scores. I was
yeah,
like, yeah, it's coming in the final. I was like, oh, next match is coming, next match is coming, semi-final is coming, final it is coming, and finally he did score.
yeah,
Luck gets on your side. That he was having a prolonged patch. He was having a prolonged patch. That was
yeah,
a different scenario altogether.
exactly. Yeah,
This man has been in really good touch until the World Cup. So it's obvious that the opposition team will come and study your game
that is
because
true.
you've been so good that everybody will find your weakness. It is one game okay, two games okay, three times just giving away a wicket. It's not that he can't play. Is the way
Yeah,
when you know you haven't gotten runs in two games, the third game maybe take a single, and you know you have a run on the scoreboard. Take an over. Take an over. Then play your game. I'm not saying don't play your game. Sometimes you need to adjust.
yeah,
And that's when maturity comes in into this game. It is when you need to show your game, when sometimes you need to step out of your game, out of your comfort zone and play that innings. You need to learn how to do that as well. T20 is not just see ball, hit ball.
yeah,
That's what I'm trying to say
yeah,
over here.
yeah.
He
That's
needs to just Super 8 is extremely essential for us. Why? Have you seen our group? West Indies have been in great form. South Africa have been in splendid form. Zimbabwe are the underdogs. Okay, compared to the other three, this is a slightly a sigh of relief. Yes, we will take all our opponents, treat all our opponents equally. It's a super eight, all of that. But when you think about it, yes, they are the slightly low side among the four. But you have such tight competition in this group itself that you need to be really good in all departments. You need to capture those small moments. You need to win those small battles. That's what this knockout phase is all about. It's all about the small battles that you win. From that, not falling into the trap in the power play itself, holding it to the only field, one of the two fielders, or here not catching the line properly and getting bowled. You need your key batsmen to perform the and the woes that were there. You need your fielding needs to be tight, your line and length bowlers need to be tight, because right now T20 is such a game that you slightly go off your length and line and you're you're gone, you're punished. You need to be really good in all departments in the knockout phases to make it through. And our group is going to be really tough battle. I'm not putting down any team. I know how hard it's going to be to get out of the super 8. Imagine instead of the Aussies it's Zimbabwe. That is gives you a sigh of relief, but then you know it's still going to be really tough, and you need to be have your A game on. You need to give your 110% for the super 8. That's my message for the team. Yeah, you can go on. Yeah, if you have anything to say, so.
Yeah, yeah, obviously. I mean, I barely said anything, so I do have. I mean, I wouldn't want to really get into the batting. Same generic stuff only I'll keep telling. According to the batting, this fellow played well. I think, yeah, Shivam Dube, splendid knock. I think I have to give that at least shout out, that much I have to give. Varun Chakravarti, I think he's just proving why he's one of the best in the world, especially in the past couple of years, especially in ICC tournaments. The way we've seen him, develop since 2021, since that T20 World Cup to this T20 World Cup, we can really see some better shades of him. And another thing which I want to mention is, yes, obviously the Super 8. I don't know why this. I think I mentioned in the last video, or I'm not too sure. I might have just ranted to Shitish and I just thought I uploaded it in the video. Let me look into that later on. This pre-seeding and all, not the biggest fan of it. It's kind of unfair, to be honest, having three group winners in one group and having one group winner in the other doesn't really make sense, does it? I mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, I actually am saying that this is a bad idea. I would want to revert back to the old style, but I think later on, obviously, when they expand to maybe 24 to or 32 teams or something, obviously the format's going to change then, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I think what I also feel is West Indies. Obviously, you're not supposed to take the Windies lightly, but I feel still that last time as well. I remember people were talking the same thing about West Indies. I think they beat New Zealand and they had Afghanistan in their group as well. Once they came to the Super 8, they weren't really that special. They were in the opposite group last time. They weren't superb. I think they lost to no, they lost to Afghanistan. No, they didn't play Afghanistan in the Super 8. They played Afghanistan in their own group and they won. But Afghanistan made semis, so we never know how Windies are gonna play. It's really you never know how they're gonna play. South Africa, I think they're like how I mentioned in one of the I think previous videos. Whoever wins between South Africa and New Zealand is gonna most likely gonna face us in the final, and looks like South Africa we're gonna face them mostly in the group stage. And if we face them in the finals, I mean if we go to the finals, it's gonna be them. That's what I feel. South Africa also have been, playing with fire, especially with the way they won that a close match against Afghanistan. So let's see. Right now, I say the other group it's still very easy. I don't think Pakistan's even going to get a win. I think that side Pakistan's going to finish fourth. Third, I'll give it to I don't know. I feel like yeah, I'll say third West Indies. I'll say first Sri Lanka. I don't know why. I feel like Sri Lanka is gonna have a really good run. Second, I'll say New Zealand. So I think I don't know. It's gonna be something like that. I don't know why. I just have a weird feeling that Sri Lanka is gonna beat this Kiwi side. I mean, obviously, it could be false, but it's their home ground, and that is good momentum going right now. I think the momentum to the Australia game as well, they have to just carry it over. In our group, I think obviously India and South Africa will progress. No disrespect to the wait. I think messed up the order. I think third.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
was wondering. Why did you say third West
I
Indies
don't
over
know.
there?
I don't know why I'm saying West Indies. Third is
I was wondering,
England.
isn't England in that group? Then
You,
I
you
realized,
should
yeah,
you
it's
should
England
call
in
me you
that
should
group.
call me but then only no before I'm waffling. Yeah guys, sorry. England is third in their group. But honestly I kind of I think yeah, England I'm not the biggest fan of England. I just if I ever support them it's probably just because it's Pakistan on the other end. So yeah, England third, a second New Zealand, first Sri Lanka. On our side, India, South Africa, West Indies, Zimbabwe. That's going to be my prediction. And yeah, otherwise, I don't think I have much really to say anymore. This is going to be pretty fun. We still have a couple of more group matches left, which are practically doesn't matter because of this preceding. That's another stupid thing. So first seconds they don't really matter. Um, Either way, I think this is oh shoot I don't know why the light just went off, guys. Sorry. But either way, um, we're obviously looking forward to the Super 8. We have our first match against South Africa, which is a big one, which is going to set the tone and the momentum for the rest of the matches. It's the big one. I really, really hope Abhishek can get it off. Pull out the note again. This one's for the Bharat Army or something like that. Come on, we gotta figure out something here, Abhi. But either way, we all are always waiting for cricket. We love cricket and we sit about this for every single day. And as long as it's there, we're there. And obviously, no. What else do you say in your outro? You take it away. I can't do the outro anymore.
Guys, nothing much. Just like, share, and subscribe, guys. See you in the next video.
Yeah, that's it. Bye.